The topics of this podcast you're about to listen to includes cosplayers that will not just discuss said topic, but also make fun of, throw shade, run game at, etc., at anyone remotely connected to the topic at hand. So there is a possibility of being offended. Remember, you have been warned. Thank you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Black Cosplayers Podcast, episode number 22. I am one of your hosts, Rhonda, and with me tonight is my usual squad of Black cosplayers who like to talk about, with me, various topics that affect us, not just in the cosplay community, but in the nerd and geek community as well. Plus, we have a special guest to join us tonight, so for what we're going to talk about, I recommend you get some popcorn, you get some soda. It's like that. Now, before we go ahead and talk about tonight's topic, I'd like the rest of my friends here to introduce themselves, so please go right on ahead.
What's up? Me, Kay, again. Yowie, all day, every day.
My name is Sean, and move on. I'm on 4chan right now.
Oh, Lord. I got a house rule. If my name pops up, don't tell me. Out of sight, out of mind.
I'm now on that board, on the video game board.
Okay.
See, if my name pops up, I'm always like, show me it. I want to know. I like the drama.
Adam's name was on fucking archives. That was it. When they talking about like there's a black cosplay, where the fuck that shit is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, Adam's the Uncle Tom. Then that was straight Justice shit posting.
Well, I said it once, I'll say it again. If me being against it makes me Uncle Tom, then so fucking be it. At least I'm the Uncle Tom that spoke about it, because there's a bunch of other black cosplayers like, no, we ain't gonna stir the pot. Fuck that, I'm taking the ladle, I'm stirring the pot, and I'm throwing that shit right in his face. And there are a couple of blog posts on it, on my personal blog, where I discuss this, okay?
It's not useful. So, who's Garnett get themselves?
What?
Say what?
Yeah, that was all gargled.
So, what's the show tonight?
Oh, what's the topic tonight?
Well, I believe the topic we're going to kind of talk about the issue with the Atlantis cosplay, and now the issue with Leon Chihiro's cosplay.
Oh, what's there? Hold on.
Oh, you ain't hear about that?
It's in the group chat.
Yup.
Oh.
Now,
I see it. Okay.
See,
Yeah, pretty much he did Assassin's Creed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And niggas talking about who's blackface. Now, when I first saw it, I didn't know he tanned his skin.
Okay.
I thought the nigga was in the desert or some shit.
It just looks like he's dirty.
Yeah, exactly.
I look at it like, well, he is Italian. Italian people do tan during the summertime. I mean, it happens.
Alright, I'm looking at the photo now. I shall be the
I was
judge.
like, he's a good cosplayer, so why y'all tripping for good cosplay?
Okay. This is not
That's
black.
why they're chipping.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's good.
Yep. Now, before we get into tonight's topic, I just want to say, Nerdee, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Black Cosplayers Podcast.
Thank you.
And how long have you been cosplaying?
Honestly, since I was 5.
Wow.
And 25 years.
You got me beat. So, you know, here's the belt. You hold the belt. I reneged my championship belt to you now.
Hey, at least I won something.
Well, and here's a coupon for a free thing of government cheese too. So you know.
We offer that exclusively.
Yeah, because you'll stab somebody for that block of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So, do you have like any favorite cosplays you've done?
Probably Malon from Legend of Zelda.
Okay, all right, I like that. Is there a cosplay you've done where you were like, you know what, I ain't doing this one again?
Me.
I want to see your me.
It's on my page.
Yeah, it's on her cover.
I'm gonna have to go. What?
It's my picture on here.
I'm gonna have to take another look at it because those are one of the few cosplays I do like. So as we ask all of our guests on the show, what brings you on tonight? What did you see out there where you're like, you know what? I gotta say my 2 cents on this.
I think it was me and Kate talking about was it the Kidagakash Cosplay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, and that's what we're going to bring to you tonight. And I know some of our listeners are like, yo, why are they bringing up blackface again? Why? I thought they were done. Let me tell you.
Done too.
Let me tell you something. Unless y'all missed a couple episodes, this podcast was formed around the issue of blackface. We want you to understand that we understand what blackface is. We want to tell you what it really is. We want you to be educated. We want to give you examples of what is and what is not. And when we see a cosplayer getting attacked over something but we think that is fair game, that no one's being offended, we want you to open your eyes. We want you to understand what it is and what it isn't. So that what brings us up to tonight's topic. So, Sister K, I'm passing the pulpit over to you. You mind telling the rest of the fans out there what the beef is?
Okay. So, in this particular cosplay from the chat or in just general?
In the chat. What brought this one together? Yep.
Okay. So, apparently, as I'm looking through the comments as we speak, this cosplayer by the name of Leon...
No, not that one. The one before that. The Kita one.
Kita.
Yeah,
Kita.
that one. Yeah.
She is, I actually shared that. She is she's not really a cosplayer, she's a makeup artist.
Mm-hmm.
And she's based in New Mexico. And she does those really cool, like, she does Bollywood Indian-based designs. Hey, Moon Lily, what's up?
What up, though?
Yo, what's up, girl?
Butt making patterns.
Ooh.
All right, now.
Cosplay. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, so she does makeup jobs. She likes to do like face paint, like carnival level face paint and stuff like that, and do really intricate designs like Spider-Man and Tiger face paint and Venom and stuff like that. She's done a lot of different stuff. And she decided to do a like an official cosplay that's like full on for her, and she wanted to do Kidna. And
I think you had it right the first time.
Huh?
I think you had it right the first time.
Yeah. But, when she did it, she was doing a cosplay test, which obviously is not going to look like photo finish, all that. She was showing her followers that she had the makeup down and the contouring and the bronzer. And it didn't look that great, obviously, because it's a cosplay test. And she was just testing the waters to see what was looking good for her. And POC Cosplayers, I have confirmed source that this came from POC Cosplayers, that somebody actually was tracked her page, and then started trying to harass her, and it spread like wildfire, and that girl posted it on her page, and then ended up deleting it afterwards. But they were harassing her, sending her hateful messages, and this one, she didn't actually choose to address it directly, like the other cosplayers have. She just kind of deleted the post, and I think she apologized. I haven't seen an apology post from her, but I think she apologized, and that was about it. But, I mean, if you look at the photo, it doesn't look like blackface at all. It just looks like she's putting on bronzer makeup, and she's doing really harsh contouring, and she's testing out makeup, like the Vivian cosplayer. It's actually a little lighter than the Vivian cosplayer. And I just feel like people are reaching yet again, because some of them comments about the girl was so hateful, like, oh, she's a racist bitch, she's a hoe. Just that same stuff that happened with the Garnet cosplayer. And I'm like, really? You claim to be against hateful hate speech and things like that, and hate comments, and you bitch about every time a hate comment comes on your thread or your little cosplay page, you're trying to hoe up, and your Patreon money that you're still probably getting. But then you want to come at somebody who's just doing what they're doing for fun, trying to, genuinely experimenting with different stuff, no sort of racist intent. Like, there has to be nuance and context there. And then you just want to reach and run with it. And you're gonna get told every time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel.
Now, I made a post about this on my personal Facebook. Not about the cosplay in general, but the fact that the black cosplay community is quick to drag somebody over something like this. Now, I used to run with some groups back in the day where, you talk shit about somebody, we was ready to drag, we was ready to fight. We was ready to run our mouths on you. I've been on both sides of that. And, and after being on the receiving end of being, I'm like, maybe I should just shut up, stick my head into the ground, and just live my life, which I've done to the best of my abilities. Now, yes, my name do pop up in certain things, but that's a story for another time. Whatever. Now,
Join the club.
Yep. My thing is, I was raised where if somebody did something wrong, you tell them and you correct them. If they keep making the same mistakes over and over, then you put your foot in their ass, It's the same thing when I was in the Marines, If somebody in the squad fucked up, we had to work together to make sure that person didn't make the same mistake. If that person made that same mistake over and over, someone was getting a blanket party tonight. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that we did one, but let's just say everybody knew what they had to do, when the drill instructor said, do this, and we did that. And again, I understand that with some black cosplayers, they look at this as blackface. Then you got some who are saying it's not. We need to come to an agreement where we have to understand both sides. Understand why I don't think it's that. Understand the reason why I think it is. That's it. But we're too busy saying, well, I understand why you think it's blackface. Let me tell you why it's not. And then after you explain why it's not, the other person's like, oh, you're still wrong. Still blackface. So you mean to tell me I wasted 10 minutes on your dumb ass explaining why it wasn't, and you're just going to be ignorant and stubborn like that? Then what the fuck was that all about then?
I feel like on the SJW side or it's blackface side, I feel like it's more of they don't care if you don't think it's blackface. They just is blackface when they don't even know the definition of actual blackface. And they're like, this is mine, I'm right. Instead of saying, I don't really like this way they're approaching the cosplay, because that's essentially what it is. They just don't like the way it's being done because they're jealous. It's really what it is. Let's just put it out there. Most of these girls I've talked to are these guys. It's mostly women. They're mostly hateful black women who are going around spreading hate, sharing posts, calling people dumb hoes because they're doing something different that they didn't have the balls to decide to do in their own skin. Instead, they were just complaining about how there's not enough black cosplay, but they didn't want to do it, and then they're like, this is for black women. This is a black character. You don't have to change your skin. Of course, nobody's saying you do. I don't know where that nuance comes from. It's like, you don't have to change your skin. Nope, who said you did? Some people are comfortable looking exactly like the character they want to portray. They want to come as close to it as possible. It makes me hilariously delirious with what is this bullshit when I see people claiming that black people don't do that, when I know a considerable amount of black cosplayers. I don't know if I should say names, so I want witch hunt starting, but
look, okay, we at that point, even if you did name names, no one's gonna believe us anyway.
I mean, he's one of the most popular black cosplayers out there. He was featured on Marvel YouTube page for his Hulk. Brian Green, he did Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
He did the whole set. He did the whole face paint, the whole body paint. He painted his whole body to mimic the skin of white. I actually asked him what cream he used, and he said it was 6 something from Merhan makeup, and it was on point. It was good. And nobody said anything. He hasn't gotten any backlash for it because it's a good cosplay. But every time somebody who, if they look like they could be a pasty black, which I don't know what that means, or a pasty brown, they're automatically assumed to be in blackface. And this gets to the point where it doesn't even go beyond there's people who are doing makeup and bronzer and stuff, and they're doing it. They're just going after people who look like they could be doing it, instead of getting the facts straight. And then when they're wrong, they want to say, oh, I'm being harassed by racists. Well, what about when you was harassing that girl with your racist friends? Like, it's eye for eye. You come for somebody, they're going to come right back at you. Just can't cry in a corner when you make blatantly wrong accusations about somebody and send a witch hunt to their page and their friends and stuff like that. And then when they get you back and you're wrong anyway, you want to cry. Like that's shady to me. That's some Mumu-kun cosplay level bullshit to me. Like, it is. It is.
See,
and that's what I hate about the cosplay community.
You see, you know what it is? It's like, I've seen this. It's whereas you're within your squad, and if there's a problem and somebody's running their mouth within your squad, y'all handle it. Y'all keep it in-house. Somebody walking by hearing that running, they could be like, no, what the hell is you doing? We stop and turn and tell that person, this ain't your business. Keep walking. We got this. It's the same way. It's like, because of what that person's cosplay, I think a lot of black cosplay players feel that it's okay. It's a good cosplay, but on the same token, it's our way of getting back at white people. And then when the shoe's on the other foot, we're ready to raise hell. You can't have it both ways like that, though.
Choose a fucking side.
Or not even choose a side. Just have common sense.
Logic.
Learn what cases are blackface and what aren't. Like, really, if my grandmother, who lived in the age of blackface, like, she lived in the age of blackface, like, lived. She looks at a cosplay photo of a cosplayer who looks made up, and she's looking at it, and it doesn't give her the whole World War II non-flashbacks of the blackface and racist America. Why is some 20-something-year-old sitting up here trying to teach people what blackface is?
Because part of the issue is, I blame it on a generation thing. Because right now in the cosplay community, you pretty much have like 3 generations of cosplayers going on. And I'm not doing it like in the whole millennial, Gen X, Gen Y type thing. You have the 30-plus cosplay community, the 40-plus cosplay community, and you have the 20-plus cosplay community. A lot of it's coming from the old school cosplayers that are the 40-plus, some that are in the 30-plus, who are like, oh, this is wrong. And these cosplayers, there's the younger generation come in who are looking up at them as what's okay and what's not okay, as opposed to not thinking for themselves. It's like the NBA stars were saying during the 90s, I am not a role model. A lot of these cosplayers that are popular need to acknowledge the fact that they are role models. How they say and how they do and how they react, their fans are going to pick up on that and say that is okay. And if you think it's not okay, and this cosplayer goes off because of their personal preference, because they think it's wrong, their fans are going to think, oh, that's wrong in general. And this is where a lot of the problems lay in at.
Yeah.
It's like being a parent.
Man, listen. I ain't a parent. When that time comes, that time will come. But when I'm seeing 4 kids running around and I'm ready to grab my belt like I'm their daddy, then we got a problem. I'll tell y'all some stuff, when we do the post-drink wrap-up. Now, Nerdee, what is your take on this? What are your thoughts on this?
People need to learn the definition. I agree on that. Like, everything on that, they need to just stop calling the race card, like the blackface card, the brownface card. Mind you, I had not heard of brownface like before 2016. Like, I started hearing it in 2016. I know it was a thing, but it was like, what is this? Why are we just now calling this? But this new, as you said, the new generation, they don't seem to understand like what the definition or what it was, what blackface was. They're not seeming to want to do research. They're just following people. They need to have a mind of their own, for one. They are their individual person. They need to think for themselves. They need to stop following in everybody else's footsteps. And I say this, I'm a mixed girl. I am a pale mixed girl, mind you.
Yeah, because I was going to actually bring that up as part of tonight's show, so, that way whoever's listening can get an understanding of your views on this,
Yeah. I grew up with my grandpa and my grandma. My grandma is an Asian. Mm-hmm. My grandpa is African American. So he has a little bit of Cherokee Indian in him, whatever.
So you straight Blasian, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Pretty much. And I do have I have health problems. I can't be in the sun. I can't do all this shit. I hate it. And I'm pale because of this. Mm-hmm. I get shit from these black cosplayers, going off on other people about that's blackface, and I get shit whenever I stand up for that person because I have white privilege now because I'm pale. That's a whole other bag though, and I don't want to get in that. Ugh. Literally, no, thank you. But if my grandpa, as Kay said, it's her grandma. If her grandma's not offended by it, and my grandpa who lived through that isn't offended by it, why are these 18, 19, 20-year-olds offended by it? They haven't lived through it. They don't know what it. They might have read one thing on it. They don't know exactly what it was or how it feels. And I'm not trying to talk down to them, but that's my feel on it. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's basically me and Kay are kind of in the same boat.
I mean, you have a valid point because our elders have been through some shit. They have told us some stories. My grandparents have told me some stories growing up, which is why for me, bringing up this topic to them, I don't know how they would react. So I'm like, I'd rather not. Unless the timing is right where I can get an understanding. But, like you said, if your grandparents are not offended by this, I don't think that you should be as either. Hear their reasons why behind it before you go ahead and make that decision.
Yep. Well, there's also that thing where it's all this, we are not our ancestors, or we are not the people before us. They have to be more aggressive and combat racism more. And it's like when I tell people that my grandmother is not genuinely offended, and I'll be like, my grandmother is genuinely somebody who cannot look white people in the eye. Like, she can't. She lives in that time frame where you were taught not to look white people in the eye. Mm-hmm. And that you worked for them, you were seen, not heard. That was literally the time frame she worked in. She had to quit school. And I think, was it 6th grade? She quit the 6th grade, take care of her siblings, and work for white people. Mm-hmm. She's done it most of her life. And even when she has to deal with business with people, she cannot look white people in the eye. My mom always had to go with her and had to talk to her because she was that genuinely, even if it's not, known fear, it was just that mindset being taught. And she sees a photo of somebody in a costume. She did not equate that to blackface, knowing her history and how she reacts to white people and things like that. And she's in her right mind. She's not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like, why are you offended when you have all the privilege in the world as an American nowadays? And not even all, just at least some of the privileges that your parents and your grandparents didn't have. The fact that you can even be around and cosplay and play around and stuff like that alone is just whatever you want. And then you're over here bitching about, somebody's doing a cosplay and taking more effort than me, so I'm going to go bash them. You look dumb. You sound fucking dumb. That's really how I see it.
Now, here's something for you. When I started going to conventions, my grandmother was against it. She hated that, and she would always say, why you be messing with them white folk? They're going to get your ass locked up and shit And I would hear that on the regular. I would still go. My grandmother has mellowed down a lot. One day we were talking, and she tells me about, you've heard of, I think it's called Eastern Stars and stuff like that. Yeah, my grandmother participates in that. And I found out she wears fancy, gowns and outfits, and she showed me pictures, and she traveled. Through that, she understands why I go and have fun. She gets it. She's stopped bringing up the whole racial thing, but she sees how much fun I've had, and I've showed her a couple of magazines where she sees, I'm in it, and I'm just like, There you go. I mean, your grandson may not be what you want him to be, but he is out there doing stuff and having a good time and getting the recognition for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, now, Kumudov, I know you've been mad quiet throughout this. I want to know, what's your take on all this, bro?
Give me a few more minutes.
All right. So, Sister K, Sister Nerdee.
You want to say something nerdy?
Say something white and nerdy?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Look, let me tell you something. So, like 3-4 years ago, I bought my old roommate the white and nerdy hoodie for Christmas, okay?
Weird out.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly bought my husband that hoodie recently.
Be like, I see what you did there.
Oh, Lord. Oh my God. It's in this whole invalidating light skin versus dark skin cosplayers, and it's all, and okay, so I really gotta, I was debating the past few podcasts, like, let's not name names on that incident with Chainsaw. Nah, I really do, because she at it again.
When ain't she at it?
Like, it's so pitiful. Like, this well, she's not, is she even certified as a cosplayer? She likes to dress up in, like, that one Game of Thrones character. I forgot her name, the princess who rides the dragon. Yeah.
The only character I know the name for.
I don't even know her name. That's how much I don't watch Game of Thrones. But she cosplayed her, like, 1 year. And somebody told her she looked like the character. And it wasn't the best, but it wasn't horrible. It was pretty decent. And she really just looks like the character. I think that went to her head, and she's just all sorts off the wall. I've gotten testimony from some of her close friends who have talked to me because they've seen me calling her out because of what she did with the Chainsaw incident. And they say they're literally afraid to try and tell her that she's going down a destructive path the way she's doing her bullshit.
Let me tell you something on real quickness.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to people going down that path, if we tight, I will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, you need to step back. If you don't listen to me the first couple of times, I'm taking my black ass up to the rafters with my popcorn and soda, and I'm just going to watch you fall. That's it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to waste my breath after I done told you twice.
Yep, and when I found out the Chainsaw Girl was being bullied and stuff, I looked into it. I was like, okay, who this ringleader? This looked familiar. It was Artemis Todd. Artemis what did we call her?
Artemis Todd.
Yes, that's her name. She called it before it was Artemis Faye. She friended me at first. She was the one who friended me. She got mad at me for me saying something about, I think it was telling her that was when she was starting to go on the real social justice trip, just bashing white people, and she was dating a white guy at the time, and I was like, what? I'm like, how does your boyfriend stay with you? Like, you're bashing him as a person.
But here's the thing: when you go on those tirades, it's like Chris Rock said in one of the stand-ups about his uncle, like his uncle going on like, fuck white people and shit. Oh, except for Susie, she good. You know, it's like that. Everybody can kiss my black ass except for that one person, because that's the exception. Because evidently, if I'm fucking that person, they're exempt from the wrath. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm just like, when she did all that, I called her out. I debated. I actually didn't put her name when I screenshot, because I knew too many people who were very nice to me, who were friends with her, and I didn't want to crush their little dreams, even though I'm known to crush dreams, and I don't really mind it. But some of these people were super sweet, and I'm like, they're going to have to learn the hard way, because I'm not about to be that one, and I didn't feel like going up against her, because she's a liar. She's one of the pathological liars who sends people out. And when she gets got, she tries to turn it around on her. I ain't got patience for that. Apparently, she be back and forth in Atlanta. I would have... No, if I would have saw her, the rage would be immense, and the beatdown would be real. That would be the only time I genuinely feel like I might actually just, like, lose it if I saw her. I feel like it's very, very And when she did that, she harassed her, and then she harassed her on the Overwatch group. And I was calling out how rude that was and telling Kanesaw how much. I'm like, girl, don't stun her. She does this to all cosplayers. She be trying to prove something, and it's not nothing. And then one of her friends, I feel like her friend, the way she jumped in, she really didn't want to, but she felt like she was kind of being like a lackey. She was like, she tagged her in the comment of the page or whatever where the Sombra cosplay that Kanesaw did, and she was like, why are you calling her out or something? And I'm like, because she's a bitch. Like, I literally said that, and then she was like, well, I don't necessarily agree. And so I sat there for like 3 hours and I talked to this girl about why. Like, why are you defending her when she is a horrible person, and she would probably betray you if you didn't say what she wanted to hear? And then, lo and behold.
One of those.
Lo and behold.
No, that's not that. Yes person. If you can't, if you don't agree, we got a problem. You know, it's like that one person that was part of the whole 20 Days of Black Cosplay. When I said I wasn't down with that, he said, well, if white people are against it, they don't count because they white. Black people who are against it, I ain't counting them out because they not real. And I'm just like, how the fuck are they not real?
Please.
Uh-oh. Yo, you got your real nigga shit ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm queuing up your music right now, man.
Alright, now, I'll go tell the rule recently about blackface, okay? So here's the thing, right? So, we got a new generation of our cosplayers that just parrot shit they see on the internet. Because, you notice how nowadays you kind of see the same type of cosplays, the same basic, cosplay. People just do it for popularity now. So, here's the thing. When someone does a cosplay very well, it doesn't matter what kind of makeup they use, what methods they use, people will shit on it because that cosplay got more popularity. Because people mad they can't get the little Instagram likes or Patreon books or where the fuck these nowadays. So now they're like, oh, this is blackface. And it's like, no, the person just did a good job in the cosplay and then marketing themselves. That's our thing too. These fools that accuse of blackface, that will like say someone does blackface, is usually someone that is not that popular in the cosplay community because if they don't do shit, their cosplays are like low tier quality wise, or they don't put themselves out there. So what they do is start drama.
It's a jealousy thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not even so much about social justice, it's just jealousy. They see a person got popular, so they're like, oh, this got popular. I'm not popular. What do I got to do?
I wish y'all were in that group that I'm in, one of the Cosplay Help and Advice. And
what's it called?
Cosplay Help and Advice. I think you're in it already.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, like, it was last week or the week before, it was like every other day I would scroll down and I would always see someone asking if they can paint their skin a certain color. Like, are y'all trying to start something, or are you trolling, or what? Because after one gets deleted, then someone else, like, comes up and starts over again a few hours later.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting.
I'm gonna say I didn't feel about the cosplay thing. It's like, fam, if you really want to get popular, put yourself out there. And also, be more open-minded by doing cosplays. Like, here's the thing that kills me about people that accuse people of blackface. These people do that, they do the most basic and most simple cosplays. It's like, fam, I know you get that costume from Party C after Halloween ended. You get that bargain bin costume. So, take your time, plan ahead, make your costumes. Market yourself. And two, I don't care. I'm not a big fan of the whole when people put hashtags like black cosplayer, Asian cosplayer, Native American cosplayer, blue cosplayer, green cosplayer. It's like no one gives a fuck.
See,
Just a cosplay.
I only do that for marketing purposes. I'm like, fuck it. If I'm posting these pictures on my Instagram, I want to make sure that everybody gets it. I'm covering all my bases. Ain't all about trying to represent somebody. I'm just shamelessly whoring out my picture.
Exactly, but still, it's just like, if people actually like your character or like the series where you cosplaying from, they will find it.
Yeah.
They will find it. You don't say black cosplayer. Are you cosplaying? I don't know. The Booty War or some shit.
But
if you like that character, they will find it.
But also, there are some. I will say this: there are some cosplayers. They will only search within specific hashtags and nothing else.
Oh my god!
You got those types. They will only check within certain hashtags, and that's it. Because it's like this: if it's good enough to be on a cosplayer hashtag, there should be minority cosplayer hashtag here on this as well. You know? Because I mean, I know there are black cosplayers, Latino. They put that. They don't even use those. Some do and some don't. You can't hate on the ones that don't do it. You know? Shit.
That reminds me of this girl I know who's always on my timeline. She's always complaining about something that the white people do, which apparently now I didn't even know, but I guess Facebook realizes that racism is a universal thing, and when black folks try to say white people as a means to demean, they gonna get reported and they gonna get dropped. So they trying to use text language.
The YT.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought y'all was talking about YouTube, white people. I'm like, y'all sound incoherent. Like, just don't say racist stuff.
I ain't trying to start shit. I ain't trying to get people to come after me. But when I first heard the term cis, see, I'm from a tech background. When you hear cis, you think CIS, Computer Information Systems. That's what I was thinking when I first heard this. I'm like, what the hell is technology got to do with oppressing somebody who's transgender? Did I miss the bus? Did I not get the PDF? I mean, what? Let me know what's going on so I don't offend anybody.
Man, I couldn't. These new made-up terms by Tumblr, I can't do it. I didn't try, but I can't. But
Tumblr is the end result of people who refuse to leave LiveJournal from back in the day when they realized Tumblr is their only way out.
Oh Lord, LiveJournal.
Well, there's a reason
why. Tumblr. Yeah, speaking of Tumblr, it's at convention now. There's actually the blackface thing. A lot of people just say that shit just to be in their clique.
Yep.
Well, you notice at conventions now, you see more people not interacting. They're just taking their own little clique wherever. They don't, like, interact with nobody or anything.
Everybody got to say little cliques. You know, I walk by, take their pictures, and keep walking. It's one thing to have your own little cliques to roll with. It's another thing where you stay with that little clique till the end. Meet some new people, fam. Have different cliques to roll with. I can go to a con and probably end up chilling in 5 different cliques that weekend because I know 5 different sets of people with 5 different sets of thoughts.
That's how I was like 6 different types of people I was hanging out with. I couldn't even keep up with everyone.
Yeah, I was hanging out with Vaughn and his crew one minute, hang out with Kay and her crew. But it's just like, you know, that's the thing. Like, people say, oh, we were oppressed at these conventions. Like, nigga, you don't hang out with nobody. You don't talk to nobody either.
Wait, did you just say oppressed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no. Y'all can't talk about that because I'm feeling oppressed right now. Y'all gotta stop. I'm feeling oppressed right now. Y'all gotta stop. These damn white people got me. I can't do this. What the fuck?
Talking about white folks are the only people at the conventions. I'm like, well, then go. Like, it's that simple.
It's like, look, I get it. When you are a minority and you're a fan of a geek fandom that not many minorities are, I get that. I live in New York. I traveled to North Carolina for my very first convention. I was more in awe and more in sensory overload of seeing all this cool shit. I didn't give a fuck about other. I was cool about this cool shit. I said, you know what? Next year I'm coming to cosplay. I didn't give a fuck with my skin. I just wanted to cosplay. I just wanted to have fun. And fun I fucking had. Shit.
Yes. like people complain that I can find good women at the convention or good men. Like, nigga, you don't talk to nobody.
Right? You talk to the same fuck boys and fuck girls and hoes trying to get you out.
If you're taking a picture of a cosplayer, open up a conversation. I have this rule. If I run into the same cosplayer 3 times on coincidence that weekend, I will have a conversation with them, add their Facebook, and just shoot the shit with them. At ZenkaiCon, there was this cosplayer who cosplays a character from Love Live. I ran at her like 3-4 times that weekend, and we were just bouncing shit off of each other. I'm like, you's cool as fuck. I want to add you to my Facebook. And we comment on each other's Facebooks. Like, we was talking about something that happened, and we was talking over Messenger about it Saturday night, and she's just cool as shit about it, you know? That's what you gotta do. That's my rule. You see somebody at least more than 3 times by coincidence at that convention, say hi, talk to them. They're in a different take their picture, see where it goes. Don't be too surprised if they remember seeing you the first 2 times as well.
Who this? Is this Muffin Man?
He finally up in here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just kind of got away from work.
It's fine.
It's all good, bro.
Nigga, you grounded.
Yo, he just went good times on
I'm
him.
older than you.
You ain't woke.
How's
Boy,
IKEA
ass
treating you?
on ground, you son.
How's IKEA treating you? I heard you got $115 in tips over there.
Yeah, it's balling. I bet 11 hour too.
Give me a
That's
fucking
what's
dollar.
up, man.
I'm hungry.
They don't all be money. Shut up.
Sister K, the only reason why he ain't woke because all the power of the wokeness was in DC this past weekend. So
Black Panther.
Ever go to no, I guess. Does anyone know anyone that went to Blerdcon? Since I know none of y'all went, and
I know
When was it? When was it?
this past weekend.
This past weekend.
One friend of mine went, but shit happened, so they couldn't make it.
A friend of
It
mine.
was this weekend?
Yep.
Yeah. A friend of mine went. She was in the area. She went to hang out with some friends, and she said she couldn't get past the door. She couldn't even get in there to buy a ticket. She said she gave a.
was it that many people?
Nothing about it.
I don't
like
think
that-
it was that many people. I think the registration was just shit.
Well, when you got an old ass computer and you running the credit cards like you running the EBT cards like credit cards, of course there's gonna be problems. But
Well, you see that game room, so I'm not surprised if the registration line had like fucking old Windows 95 laptops running.
I know, right? But a friend of mine told me one of her friends went, and she was like, no, I am gonna try to get her on the show next week so we can talk about it. One of my friends who worked the Maid Cafe, I didn't talk to her about the con, but she did say there will be a Blerdcon 2 next year.
Oh boy.
Electric Boogaloo?
No. Electric Boogaloo was good, yo. This is more like this Blerdcon 2 to Return to Soul Plane, okay?
Lord.
And from what my other friend said, it was like for every like 10 black people, there was like 1 white person. I was just like, damn.
It was who?
It was like for every 10 black people, there was 1 white person there at the con.
Well, you know what? I got a deal. I'll use the best source for our Blerdcon information, 4chan. Let me see what 4chan got.
Please
I've
do.
been
I
fortunate
do know that they did raffle off that cruise, and an Asian person won. So congratulations to her. Kay, you have to understand, from what I was told, she's mixed. She's half white, half Asian. So you have to remember, Asians are POC. Even though the name of the con is Blerdcon, which is open to all POCs, it's okay. She
Oh
wins.
no,
Yeah.
you forgot. When we mad, Asians are white.
Oh god.
So when she's mad and she got that cruise, she gonna be white.
Yo, that's like when your parents is mad at you, they like, that's your kid, you know? Look what your kid done did, you know?
We don't claim them.
Exactly.
Oh, of course, not on Blerdcon. Nobody went to that shit.
That's kind of sad, you know. I mean, I understand there was coverage on Instagram. I don't really go up on Instagram. I post pictures and I walk away and I follow. That's it. I was seeing pictures from DCC. I was seeing pictures from EternalCon, a local convention up here in Long Island. I was seeing pictures from AX on Facebook. Only way I saw pictures of Blerdcons through other people's Facebook. It wasn't on any groups or anything. Even the black nerd groups were quiet. I'm just like, well, fuck. I would guess
the biggest holiday of the year for them.
you would.
The POC group has seen on Blerdcon?
Wait, the POC group hasn't mentioned Blerdcon?
That's what I want to know.
If they don't mention it, you know that some shit ain't right. Because the way everyone talks about Blerdcon, it's like, you know how they say if you're Muslim, you have to travel to Mecca at least once in your life. Blerdcon is the Mecca for the black nerds, okay?
Wait,
it's like,
I found something.
For a second, let's get up.
Pulling up Facebook chat.
There's like 19 pictures. There are 19 pictures on Twitter. 19.
There's no love. There's no love. The reason why there's only 9. Look, I'm going to pull the race card now. I'm sorry if I offend anybody with this. The only reason why there's only 19 cosplay pictures of Blerdcon from the convention is because half the niggas up in there still on Nextel wondering why their service ain't working. They take the pictures trying to post, and the Nextel network is down. Niggas is like, oh, I should have paid my bill. Nigga, it's not because you ain't paid your bill. The service don't run no more, and your ass didn't go to Sprint and get on Boost like your dumb ass was supposed to.
This is
Well, I know I'm going to hell for this, but here's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. The same people going to Blerdcon are the same people who wait till the last minute to buy a pass for a normal convention.
He's not wrong. He ain't wrong.
There's only 3,800 posts.
Okay. Man, on Facebook, everybody was like, man, I haven't bought my MoCon pass yet. I haven't bought my 808 pass. Anybody got a hookup?
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
You got the hookup, and it's like, so you didn't think about buying that ahead of time?
Like, nigga, you know you going to MoCon since last year. You couldn't bought a pass.
Right.
Or how to get my cosplay? It's like, you had, in the words of Yancey White.
Your cosplay will cost the same price.
Yep.
You just gotta get it on the cheap like you're supposed to with your badge, all right? Your cosplays ain't going nowhere.
Like, it's like, fam, like, I know on the 14th, I'm buy my 808 pass, get in the mail, because fuck going in line for 808, fuck that shit.
It's funny. A lot of these Blerdcon posts on Instagram, they're like, it's only 3,800. I mean, 3,087. 807. That's pretty sad for a convention.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, hold it. What was your numbers?
3,800.
Now, was it 3,800 including staff and press, or was it 3,800? What you mean? Or what are they doing?
No.
Count
I'm talking about posts on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
No, not the attendance.
I was going to say. Now, as for the article you posted, every time there's something new like this, the local station shows up at least once. You know, it's like they're
It's
good
a freebie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, I guess, you know what else Blerdcon... You remember the Million Man March when everybody's supposed to roll through? And that's what Blerdcon is. Blerdcon is the Million Black Nerd March. All the black nerd niggas supposed to be coming out from all across the country, supposed to come in and do this, but then they realize how expensive it is to travel, and niggas ain't going nowhere.
This art station stand looks pathetic.
So what now?
The Artist Alley. This is like ShashunCon Artist Alley.
That's what I was saying.
This is pathetic. I like that.
You saw the damn game room.
Oh my god.
There was 2 game rooms. They had a regular arcade room sponsored by Tokyo Attack, and then Derpycon sponsored the main game room where they had about 4 N64s, 4 PS2s, and a Dreamcast.
What games they have on there? They didn't have Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Power Stone, Burst of Fire 4, Evolution, Tekken. They failed.
I doubt
Well,
they had
that's
anything.
a fact. Wow, like you tell me you couldn't go to the pawn shop and get a PS3 for like $35 or something.
Let me tell you something. I know the con chair of Blerdcon, of Derpycon, motherfucking cheaper than a Jew. Okay, just saying. Just
Wait, you talking about the Negan cosplayer?
the what?
Dead Negan?
No,
Hilton?
no. I'm talking about the person who was running their game room.
Oh, he that cheap?
Yes. I'm gonna tell you I'll tell you a story. You know when we.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like I saw that game room, it gave me like surreal '90s CGI vibes. You know how you watch an old '90s cartoon with CGI? It looks creepy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of vibe it gave me.
Yep.
They just look unsettling.
Okay, so this con look like See, I'm about to roast this con because looking at this.
No, save the roast unless you can make a short version. Save the roast because we're gonna be talking about this con next week if everything comes according to plan.
Okay, yeah, no, this is short. It's not gonna be no long
All right.
thing. This some of these people, half these people ain't even black, and the people that are black, this is the only time some of these cosplays are on all out. This is literally DashCon for black with melanin attached to it.
Melanin con.
Where is the ball? Where is the ball pit?
Ball pit was at AX.
Yeah, ball pit was a This is DashCon with some melanin dashed in. Oh, what's his name was there? Mennonite.
Oh, Mennonite. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was there.
He's good peoples.
Yeah, and K-Bear was there.
She's starting to
She
turn
was a
to
guest, though. Yeah.
She's starting to turn to the dark side, though.
Mm-hmm. But that's
Who's
about
gonna
it.
convert her?
I mean, she already halfway there. She got a white girlfriend. I don't know if she's gonna break up with her to join the social justice. I hope they don't corrupt her.
Bro, what's wrong with these basic ass cosplays, man?
Right?
It's the same basic shit.
This
Steven
dude
Universe.
looked like he spray painted his body for this.
I looked at one pictures. I couldn't tell if that was Steven or Smoky Quartz. I'm like, no, I don't know. I can't tell.
I'll go be very honest. I hate going this route, but I'll go be very honest. Why is that all black people thing when it comes to cosplaying? Is there a black character, Steven Universe, DC Comics, or Marvel?
That's all they know. They don't know what creativity is.
There's the hatred against manga and anime because there are no black characters in it, and they're trying to force those creators to add them.
Even though there are
But there are some black characters in manga and anime. You gotta watch them, you know.
Pretty and attractive
And
and successful characters.
And just because if you're watching an anime and they ain't got no black characters, just cosplay from it. No one's gonna give a fuck.
Nobody in the cosplay community care what you cosplay. Don't care. It ain't gotta be black. You ain't gotta be brown. The people who make them comments about, oh, I didn't know there's a black Harley Quinn, are people who don't even cosplay. Like, stop.
When I was at
Guys, look at fuck. Okay, look. My friend Vaughn cosplay Wonder Woman. You don't see people calling him Black Wonder Woman. They just say, oh, he's Wonder Woman.
Yep.
No, but here's something. This was on my Facebook a couple weeks ago. There was a picture of a young black girl cosplaying from Wonder Woman, and someone said Nubia, and that went on a little discussion because but here's the thing. She was Diana, not Nubia, because of the outfit. Nubia's Wonder Woman outfit is different.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, if there's a black version, that's who you cosplay. No. It's like when I was at Anime Next earlier this year, there was one guy dressed as Terry Bogard, and he had these dreads. And let me tell you something. If you got dreads and you're going to take them out for your cosplay, I will buy your ass dinner. But if you're going to cosplay with your dreads, do that. I don't see a reason why you should take them out for a cosplay. I know who you're cosplaying. To me, if you got dreads, you ain't blackifying it. You just cosplaying, just putting your personal spin on it, shit.
You're compromising.
Exactly.
Yep. And my thing is, like, I can see how people would make that mistake with the Wonder Woman and Nubia because so many fan artists, are drawing Nubia in the same costumes as Wonder Woman.
Yes.
So anybody who don't really know about Nubia are like, okay, so she's Black Wonder Woman, so she wears the same stuff as her. So it's like a double-edged sword,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of sucks because it's skewed perception, and people don't research anything, so they just be dead wrong and think they're right. Like, yeah, that's Nubia. No, it's Wonder Woman, but I'm pretty sure it's Nubia. You wrong, but okay. I can't do it. This Blerdcon, this ain't the move. If it is these, all I see is Static Shock. I see Marvel.
Basic bitch. Basic bitch.
Yeah.
Basic bitch.
Okay, this Cell cosplay. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. I see a Samus.
Basic bitch.
Oh, now this is cute.
Wait, where's Samus? Where's Samus? Serious suit or armor?
Serious suit.
Yeah, the suit.
Basic bitch.
I mean,
Alright,
no,
I'll say she has a nice ass. Alright, she has a nice ass.
booty rocking everywhere.
It's pretty damn nice.
Well, you gotta understand when you look. If this makes me misogynistic, then you know what? It is what it is. I mean, when you see a girl as Zero Suit Samus or Diva, I hate to say it, booty rocking everywhere. I mean, those suits make that ass like that Rob said, a girl in apple bottom jeans. I mean, like, fuck, it's right there.
Nope.
Rose Quartz again. Marvel again. Batman. Cell again. Harley Quinn is not even really trying to be Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
I think. See, the outfit looks nice, and I like to do the shoes instead of the heels, because Lord knows I could walk in them heels.
Oh, honey, I have those.
Say what now?
The heels that she wears in Suicide Squad.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those heels kind of remind me of when they had, I don't know if they still do, when they had the Tims that look like heels, and you see the sisters walking around, and you're like, why?
Mm-hmm. Is this supposed to be Chun-Li?
Show me the picture.
Okay. Oh, no.
That's why we need Larry.
What? Yes, she is! Okay, hold up. I gotta link y'all this.
Uh-oh.
No.
More power to you for being Silver Surfer, but get some fucking, body paint that actually stays.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seal it.
Yeah,
Well,
learn the lesson from the homestuckers.
This looks actually pretty good. I'm down with this one. He is kind of patchy, but when you have when you have makeup and stuff and paint like that, it's really hard to keep it together, even wet sealing it. So I commend him for it.
The second picture I found of him looks really good. The first one,
that might have been when he was hours in the
yeah,
he started sweating. But let me link y'all this Chung. Now it's pretty, but it ain't no Chung-Li. This is not no Chung-Li.
Actually, it is. That is one of her variants.
She had an alternate color, but she could have got different.
Yeah, that's Chun-Li.
No, I mean,
but you can also call it Charisse Lee, so you know. You gotta understand. Okay, Reiki, y'all know when y'all get your hair done, you don't want to put anything in it to fuck your hair up. That's what she did. She made it so she want to put the covers on. She want to make her afro puffs. There was a black chick at Blerdcon Burrowcon that did the same damn thing. I knew exactly who she was, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, she did that black Tifa from that dude's art.
She got the hashtag woke AF. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I love how this dude didn't even get Nicholas Depravity. I've been following him for a while, never physically following. I just kind of.
Oh Jesus! There were a bunch of Black Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
You
Of
knew
course,
that
it
was
was WalkCon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got one White Robin under the Blerdcon hashtag on Instagram.
But remember, that's a sidekick, so white people as sidekicks is okay to them.
Oh, y'all on the Blerdcon Instagram page or something?
yeah.
We on the.
I just put hashtag Blerdcon.
All right,
Yeah.
You know what? For next year, we need to. Look, I ain't trying to be racist, but for next year, we need to find a white person and send them to the Blerdcon wearing a suit. And if anybody asks who he's cosplaying, his answer is the man.
The man. Oh man, the man.
I said no
the man.
people that can do that.
Yo, put some fear in their asses.
Right? Like, as much as you talk about the man, here you are. You can confront.
Alright, this dead shot is sexy as fuck.
Not gonna lie.
Y'all need fresh pants?
Damn.
I don't see what y'all are talking about.
Oh, I should
lost.
probably get off my phone, and that way I can, like, link it. I don't know if Kay saw that dead shot.
Yeah, I see it. It's blurred. It's on the. You can go on.
It's blurry, though.
It's just Blerdcon. Type in Blerdcon on Instagram and the hashtag, and there's like 3,807 posts of it, and it's just.
The one I'm looking at is a Ganondorf. Which is a decent Ganondorf.
And there are some black people think Ganon is black, so, you know.
That man not.
Well, sir, he was a king.
We was Kangs!
We was Quang. We was Quang. We was Quang. I did that as a satire in the black anime and manga group. These hoteps came out the woodwork and said, "Oh, you hating black people." I'm like, how is it hating black people to come at somebody who they know is a bad type of black person? Like, we going after a specific group of black folks who just hate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't at all black people. Everybody knows what the hotep is. This dude
Someone
literally
did
had
Chief
messaged.
Donner on Killer Instinct.
Mm-mm-mm.
Killer Bitch Stink. I love that game though.
Is this that nigga? Black Panther, Roadhog, Symmetra.
Mojo, Jojo, oh my dude, Aunties, Breakdance Spider-Man.
Just a hot
People.
firefighter. He a construction worker. He just came as a construction worker. I mean,
That one guy that cosplays Sora. Oh, he's cool.
Yeah,
kind of.
is that Luffy? No, she looked like one though. Oh, she's Danielle Venice as Danielle Moonstar. Oh, she's a DC superhero. Oh, it's nice. It looks nice. I thought she was Luffy with like ponytails. Yurio. I like this Yurio cosplayer. Not bad. A lot of white people. Luke Cage.
Lucia, but she's just wearing the shorts and
A Harley cosplayer with lingerie and a mini skirt from a point.
yeah, I need Darren here to critique this Lucio cosplay. Well, I'll do it later.
K-Bear as Junko.
From Danganronpa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, Gordo.
Thought Jojo.
I saw that, so.
She could have paint herself green, fam. Like, that would look really dope if she would paint herself green. Red Skull, Ghost Rider. What is that? Oh, that's Rick from Rick and Morty.
Fish wrong was better, but that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, at least some of these are different than what I've seen. Like, you be seeing the same stuff at these other conventions. Like, that is a hot dead shot.
Damn, girl.
See? Told you. Thirsty. I need some water.
Y'all need more. Y'all need some Gatorade for that thirst.
Electrolytes.
No, forget the Gatorade. Bring y'all some Powerade, because that's a little bit cheaper, okay? That's on the budget, all right? Get y'all some Powerade.
There's a Eddie, a female. I think it's an Eddie, but she's just a girl cosplaying Eddie. That's nice. Jasmine from Aladdin. There we go. Aladdin. Sexy Snow White, because that's the thing now. Wonder Woman.
Actually, a friend of mine was there as Dale from Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Awesome. Oh, that chick, the black chick from Purge Anarchy, I think. Yeah.
Well, at least that's original.
Yeah, I'm saying. She has a whole dress and everything with the mask. I like that. And then another Harley.
Did that one at least try?
Yeah, this one did. She got the blue. She has her blue and red color scheme, and she has the wig and everything. And then there's the Poison Ivy. She's a plus size Poison Ivy. She actually did make an attempt. Cause it's actually form fitted to her size, so it looks really nice.
I think I saw her.
And this Starfire, I like that.
This wow. Oh, she got bullied though, so she good. A white Sephiroth.
Yeah, I've seen like 5 pictures of him.
Isn't Sephiroth like white?
But here's the thing.
Wait, this nigga asked cosplayers Migos where the fuck my name is?
Alright.
The mumble rapper.
But here's the thing. You got the white Sephiroth at Blerdcon. Meanwhile, black Sephiroth and black Cloud are at AX.
Oh, Lord.
No, really.
Irony.
Wait, did K-Bear... Never mind.
Booty.
She looks chubby in this, like a cute little round ball of mochi. I think it's just the angle they're taking the picture
Probably.
from. She looks a little wider.
Just because you're trying to do a sexy shot angle, that don't mean it's going to come out and look that way.
Oh God, no. No.
Diva, Junkrat, Symmetra, Luke Cage. I love this dude. I love the cringy fans who, like, post a picture of her little sticker, of K-Bear's sticker, and then they post a picture of her, like, her print next to it, and I'm like, oh, wow.
To be.
I'm gonna need
Well,
her
white to be.
contouring.
This ugly ass scent. Oh god, that scent's horrible to look at.
That poison. That She-Man. Ooh, they did like a Mortal Kombat style fight combo thing. Oh, the little girl is Maka is really cute.
So I guess we're done with the podcast.
It
Go
seems-
after hours.
I think.
Oh, we
about
got
to-
way off.
No. We good. We good. I got everything covered. Sister Cat, I think you need to take us out before we hit up after hours, because I do believe Rake is bringing some extra strength purple drink. So.
All right.
Hold on. Let me get you. Let me get your drums, okay?
Okay, give me my.
Give me your drums, okay? There we go. There you go.
Well, gonna have to take us out with this because it is woke. Next week we're gonna be talking about Blerdcon. It's not woke right now, so just leave it alone. But next week we gonna get it.
That's what's up.
Woke woman.
Hopefully Captain Woke will be here for this.
It's just coming. Let it be.
Well, I don't know. Kumudo have put him on.
We got a
on
guy with a
lockdown,
dashiki in here. He better be.
So. Okay.
He
Oh,
Black
you
Panther.
play the outro music? Oh.
Lord. So if you like the show, drop us a line at blackcosplayerspodcast@outlook.com. Episodes go up weekly on YouTube. They're linked back to our Facebook page, facebook.com/blackcosplayerspodcast, youtube.com/blackcosplayerspodcast. So, you done with this?
Oh, I got the outro song. Oh.
We done.
Wait. Kumar said he had something else. Lord. I can't with you. I can't with you right now, bro. Okay. Yo, it's like that song from CB4, I'm black, y'all.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, and I'm black, y'all.
Why you eat so much chicken? Why would you make it in my kitchen?
I'm dead.
Lord.
I mean, is he wrong though?
Nigga. I like living by Peckerwoods. Nigga. Why you ain't got no job? Nigga. $7 an hour won't be my dog. Nigga. Why your pants gotta sag? Nigga. Hand me down was all a nigga had. Nigga. Why you scared to go to the cook? Shit, cause it does look just like that motherfucker that put our ass on the boat and made me a nigga. This song speaks to me. This song speaks to me. It speaks to me on so many levels.
Are we done with the podcast?
We done. As soon as he stops the song, we done.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We done. See y'all next week. We out.